Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the latest released web series called Squid Game. And today we're going to discuss its Season 2, Episode 4, Listen Without. Let's directly get to the main storyline, which starts with the process of burning the people killed in the last game. Red light, green light, in a coffin. Here we see what these guards used to do with the half-dead people. They would take them out and put them aside so they could smuggle their body parts, meaning organs. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to all the players where they are given a lunchbox and a bottle of water. Now his friend, Jung-jae, was his old friend. So they start talking about how because of him, he lost his job, his wife left him, he suffered a lot of losses, and now he's in this game with him. It seems like he's going to lose. Where Seong tells him that, look, brother, whatever happened so far, at least no one's life was lost. But this time, it's a matter of life. If that last player was on our side, we would have won this game and wouldn't have to play the next one. We would have just taken the money and gone home. But now who knows how many lives will be lost? You can't even imagine. So here he comes in between and says, I know I made a mistake. But outside, I have a wife who is pregnant and about to give birth to a child, and I don't have money. I can't even arrange for her hospital treatment. So what I did was only for my family. Please don't misunderstand me. And then, here the story is stretched a bit to shed light on different characters, like how in our school, light was shed on the question paper. So basically, here a child and his mother also come, and the mother's eyes fall on a girl who is about 7-8 months pregnant. She comes to her and gives her food, meaning an egg, saying that eggs are very good for pregnant women, and in this condition, how will you play this game? How will you survive? I just keep worrying about you. And after saying this much, she goes back to her seat. Now, on one side, Seong and Han were talking, Jung was sitting, and another person joins them, who introduces himself, and in the conversation, they also find out. Taeho Marine is such a batch where Jung-jae shows his hand and says, I'm also from batch 53, you too, Marine Soul. Like me, we will win this game. Meanwhile, Myung was sitting quietly eating when Thanos throws food at his face and says, why are you eating? If you haven't eaten people's money, then your stomach won't be full. A fight breaks out between the two. To stop this fight, someone intervenes and fires 2 shots. Seeing this, everyone starts clapping because Han did a great job as 2 people were beating one guy, and no one was raising their voice against it. Han had to do this, and the scene shifts to Soldier 11, who kept remembering the day he left his job and didn't give the trophy to the child. Because of this, he got hospitalized, and today his father came to save him in the game of death. Somewhere now, she also starts doubting her work, wondering if she's doing the right thing or not. At night, when everyone was sleeping, Seong couldn't sleep out of fear, wondering how they would win the next game, because the next game was going to be Dalgona. Dalgona was a game where you had to lick a sugar-coated piece to carve out a design. Last time there were 4 designs. One was a rectangle, meaning a square. One was a circle. One was a triangle. And one was an umbrella, which was the most difficult, and about 40 to 45 people had failed to pass it. Han said that yes, he had heard about this game, but it might not be as dangerous as you say. According to you, which is the easiest shape, to which Seong had to say it's the triangle. If somehow more people shift to the triangle tomorrow, their lives can be saved. At night, we see the guards who were illegally transferring body organs. But this time, they got very little because the rest was delayed and rotted. So the doctor said, couldn't you bring it sooner? If the bullet hadn't hit the heart and head, we could have used both. So these guards passed this information to their senior that number 11 killed a person whose body parts we could have easily extracted and made money from. Now the boss gets angry and tells them to take action. Now when all the competitors go to their places to sleep, the soldiers also go to their rooms, and number 11 is called to the black manager's office. After coming here, he is scolded and told that 6 years ago, when you were in the army, you were shot many times and were on the verge of death, and I saved your life, and we both promised to remove the trash from this world that is not worth living. Now, if some people benefit from this trash, why are you in between? Where number 1 said, "Look, sir, the game's rules are clear. We just have to follow the rules. If someone is eliminated, it means they will be gone forever. So if you don't like my work, I'll leave tomorrow. But if you keep me here, don't interfere in my work," he says angrily and leaves. Meanwhile, he reaches his senior to inform him that, "Look, sir, the game I've been talking about for the last 3 years, the game of death is real. Big ultra people play this game where many innocent lives are lost. Why don't you believe me? I've even found one of them who has already entered this game." Where the commissioner said that the police always ask for evidence. Without evidence, any action can affect their job. So if you don't have any evidence, we can't support you. Meanwhile, Captain and Mr. Kim were having a conversation where they both initially thought that the game of death doesn't really exist, where winning gives you 456 billion. Who would be crazy enough to give someone so much money? This money is enough to fill an entire room. To which Mr. Kim said that initially, "I also thought these were just stories, but when I saw a lot of money in the room a few days ago, I was shocked. And I felt that yes, this game exists, and you've been hanging out with Mr. Juno for a long time." He was also looking for such an island where now they truly believe that the game of death is real, and now the time had come for the Dalgona game, as Seong knew that the triangle was the easiest shape. So he goes ahead and picks the triangle, but seeing it, he gets scared. Because the most was the triangle, and everyone was angry at him, saying, "You got us killed." But this was just a dream of Seong, and he was scared of what would happen the next day. Meanwhile, Neil reaches Myung, who was pregnant, and says, "If you hadn't done wrong with me, I wouldn't be in this condition today." Where Myung said, "Look, the market was very high. I thought we would make a good amount of money. But suddenly the market crashed, and everyone suffered losses. I know you also had money invested, but if we can play this game and get out of here, we'll have a lot of money to start a new life. You just have to trust me," but Neil is not ready to trust him this time. And now it was time for the next day's games, which before starting, Thanos takes a pill, and according to the games played in the last 3 years, this time the Dalgona game was supposed to come. But as soon as people enter here, they are shocked, because Singh thought that the games we played, this time I will make people win and save many lives in the game. But this time the games had changed. Here at this time, there are 2 rounds, meaning 2 circles are made. Half the people are divided into them, also making a team of 55, and then all of them have to play 5 games with a time limit. The first game was Taki Taki, where you had to flip a small card pocket by hitting it hard. The second game was Flying Stone, also known as Satolia. Well, I played Satolia many times in childhood. How many times did you play it? Let me know in the comments section. The third game was called Kongi, which Indian kids also know as Akan Bakan Jogjakan. Well, Gen Z might not know this, but millennials listening to this will definitely relate to my words that they also played Jogjakan in childhood. Then the fourth game was Latu, which millennials and Gen Z have also played many times, and the fifth game was called Chegi. In this Chegi game, there is a plastic cock that is not tossed with a badminton racket, but only with feet, and it had to be tossed 5 times. Although these games looked like children's games, but while playing, it was literally terrifying. If you were in this game, you would have been terrified too. Now here, everyone takes their turn. Everyone starts performing. Sometimes someone gets stuck in Flagstone, meaning Satolia. Sometimes someone gets stuck in Latu. Sometimes someone can't play Kongi, meaning Akan, Bakan, Jogjakan properly. So as this goes on, everyone takes their turn, and those who fail get eliminated. Here we also see Thanos, who, after taking his drug, plays the game with a free mind. His friend Thukbe comes and says, "Brother, put a pill in my mouth too. I also want to win this game," so Thanos helps him. Now the games start progressing from here. Those who can't play properly get out, and in the end, a team is formed that includes the mother and son and a transgender. So their task was to somehow be the first to reach the finish line. Because their feet were tied, and they had to move forward with tied feet, and this game was not going to be easy for them, And with this intense suspense, this amazing episode ends here. I hope you guys liked this video explanation, and if you did, please like, comment, share this video if possible, because honestly, it takes a lot of effort to make such videos. So if you liked the effort, please subscribe to the channel before leaving, because the next video, meaning the next episode, is coming soon. Until then, keep watching. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. See you in the next video.